All right, we got a couple games this week, middle of the week games. We have three. Before we start breaking those down, how'd you guys like round seven? How'd you guys like Jornada siete? 13, 8, and 1 overall record on leans. Money making weekend. Let's keep it going into the middle of the week games. These middle of the week games are weird. Didn't do so good with them last time. But hey, we got another shot to make it a profitable one. Hopefully you guys followed at least a couple of things on the 13-1, on the 13-8-1 record this past weekend. Plenty of plus money plays that I put out. And honestly, that record should have been at least maybe 15 and 16 and like 3, to be honest with you. There were so many close things in a couple of games that happened. My record should have been almost damn near a sweep, but hey, the dumb things happen. You know, some teams just don't show up or they end up choking. Just like a couple games ended up choking at the end there for us, but can't complain. 13-8-1, not a bad record. Let's keep it going and let's start breaking down these middle of the week games. First game for the middle of the week. This one is on Tuesday. We got two games on Wednesday. We got my favorite team up against Necaxa. Believe it or not, it was my team that screwed up one of my plays this past weekend. That is just my luck, guys. The one time I don't bet on my team to win, they win. What luck. And I'm not betting on them again this time. Both teams coming off of a win, except Necaxa beat America. As you know, America is one of the giants. Atlas is coming off of a win against Puebla, and to be honest, they rescued that win. They were somewhat behind the whole match, and they managed to catch up and find a way to win. Same thing. Well, no, not same thing. I was going to say it's the same thing with Necaxa, but it's not. Necaxa had a 2-0 lead. They lost the lead, and funny enough, both of these teams scored in the last between minute 85 and 95, whichever how much stoppage time the ref put. I think in Necaxa's game the ref put 7 minutes, and I think in Atlas's game it was 5 minutes. So around 95, 97 minutes total time played. The thing is, Necaxa was definitely the better team offensively. Atlas was playing catch up, and then they ended up getting the lead. And Necaxa had the lead, blew it, and found a way to pretty much get the last-minute game winner. Both of these teams had last-minute game winners, so it's a little bit hard for me to pick a side here. Both of these teams were in some high-scoring games. I think this is a letdown spot, honestly, for both teams. Atlas got their first win overall out of the season, and first win at home. Are they going to make it 2 wins back-to-back at home? I'm not sure. I don't have that much faith in it, to be honest, and this is coming from a fan. I think this game ends up being a draw, and I think Atlas ends up playing catch-up again. So Necaxa draw no bet, but in the first half. I forgot to put first half down on where I was writing. But Necaxa draw no bet in the first half. It's a draw. We get a push. That's fine. But I do think Necaxa is very capable of scoring first and having that lead going into the second half. At the end of it, I think this game ends up being 1-1, or one of these teams ends up winning 1-0. I don't think we see another high-scoring match back-to-back, especially both teams having recently played just this past Saturday. Under 2.5, I think we get this one. I am a little bit concerned for that Necaxa defense, because it's that Necaxa defense that doesn't show up sometimes. But they did enough to hold down America after getting the lead. Again, I think it's the offense that's going to be carrying this Necaxa team. I love the way their offense plays. Definitely a fun team to watch as well. They haven't been in too many boring games, if I'm being quite honest. This is one that I'm definitely going to be watching. It's going to be hard for me to watch because I'm not betting on my own team. But I do think after both teams coming off of a strong win that they both needed, we get a draw. At the end of it, both teams share points, and we get into their weekend games.